to say to each other.
I know. I'm a bit knackered. And we've only just got here. And it's... And where's Andrew?
I'm downing the sugar to become more alive again.
I may have just asked my beloved for a cafe. That's 12.
Do you not then up half the night if you have coffee this late?
Oh no, I'm lucky if it lasts me like an hour or so. With the 5
really?
it's very weird. I'm quite lucky, to be fair.
I can't have caffeine past noon. Although I had a Monster Energy drink at work one night, and I was up till like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no, the first time I had a Red Bull, like, because I didn't realize it was an energy drink. And genuinely, I had 2 while we were out at a family dinner, and I just did not fall asleep that night. It was hilarious. I literally was lying there waiting to fall asleep, and it just didn't matter.
Hey, I'm up, I'm going to fix the world, let's do it.
Yeah, I could.
Can people see me now?
Yes, we can. We can hear you too.
Good. There we are.
Yes, we're back.
Okay.
We defeated the monster.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone again.
What's he doing?
Nope, he's gone.
We're only doing this till 9 p.m. You know, love.
Yeah. No, I don't know what caused it, but my alchemy app totally went down, and so I ended up going back into alchemy through my web browser, and now the app's restarted, so I've gone back to the app. So yeah,
there has been an update recently. I still need to install mine.
It's worth it. There's a few. I mean, I can actually see myself on the app now.
That's exciting.
Well, not really. It's almost disconcerting. Right. So, yes, you were being let in. Anna was coming back. Did I miss anything?
Butler.
No.
Just some energy drinks.
Yes, I heard discussions on caffeine and coffee and.
All right, tell us what happens. What happens when the door opens?
So he invites you in, and you walk into a beautiful, ornate, and very elegant entrance hall to this stately home. It's warm, well lit, wood floors and beautiful wood paneled walls with art up, and it's really quite lovely. And the gentleman who invites you in walks you towards a door on the right as you come in, and he sort of knocks on the door and then opens it, and he walks in and says, "Sir and madam, may I present your guests for the evening?" And he stands aside and gestures you into the room.
Julian slinks in.
Slinks, eh?
Slinks.
So as you go in,
I will sashay.
Okay. So as you go into the room, there is 2 people in there waiting for you. One is a very elegant-looking younger lady, and the gentleman with her has quite a full beard and kind of windswept hair. Kind of makes him look a little bit wild, but they're both very smartly dressed in sort of full formal gear, and he comes up to you very quickly and shakes your hands and says, "Oh, welcome, welcome. My name is Friedrich, and this is my wife, Erica. We are very informal here, so please feel free to use our first names. It is an utter pleasure to have some esteemed new guests to our home."
Thank you for inviting us.
Oh,
Much appreciated. Allow me to introduce ourselves, and I do so. We'll skip ahead because we only got 2 hours.
It's wonderful to have you here. We have a few other guests with us at the moment who are will be joining us for dinner. I'm sure you shall meet them soon enough. But I just wanted at this point just to first of all say I'm not sure how familiar you are with the area, but the house has been unoccupied for a few years, and alas, the previous owner has allowed it to, shall we say, require some improvement. Erica and myself, we are doing our best to get the house back up to standard again, but it is a long and expensive job, alas. But hopefully the result will be worthwhile.
Well, so far what we've seen, it looks quite lovely. You've done a great job. But why did the previous owner allow it to fall into disrepair?
A mixture of finances and not spending that much time here. It's Erica's uncle was the former owner of the home, and I think because of the cost that required, he's tended to spend more time at one of his other properties.
I see. Pardon me for asking, is he still with us?
I certainly hope not.
Awkward silence.
No, he passed a year ago, and yes, Erica inherited the home and the title. Yes.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss, madam, and also congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, I confess I wasn't particularly close to my uncle. We did meet a few times, but I have mostly been educated out of the area, and of course, once I met Friedrich, we've been living back in Prussia for a little while. Yeah, but I thought it was very prevalent and important that we came and did honor to the home.
Do you know the people of this town?
I mean, some, yes. Obviously, the gardener we took on has been familiar with the house for a number of years. I remember him from my childhood, and we know the priest and his wife. They will be joining us, and we've met a few others, but I wouldn't profess to really knowing anybody.
Forgive me for asking. You're not long married? Some years married?
We've been married 5 years.
Oh. And how did the two of you meet?
That is a story that I shall save for another time. It's far too long, convoluted, and boring for this conversation, but I promise to share it with you later.
Thank you very much. Well, maybe after we've had a scotch or a whiskey later on, something like that.
Yes. That might be quite pleasant.
Should we move to that?
Move to what? Sorry.
What was that, Miss Coon?
Nothing. Anna's sort of awkwardly standing in the hall.
We have a couple of hours until dinner is ready, but please feel free to have a look around the house. I would warn you that the corner towers are still in need of a great deal of work. So some of the doors are locked because, unfortunately, there are leaks and things that we're still trying to resolve. But feel free to have a look around the house. The gardens are quite lovely just before the sun sets. You might enjoy those. But otherwise, help yourself. I do believe the other guests will be in the library or the music room, wherever
We
they feel
just
fit.
wander around your house.
We were gonna do that anyway. So
it's so charming to know that we
what-
are so easily trusted.
What
We
are you-
appreciate it.
What are you observing, Taika?
How honest he is.
Oh, yeah. No reason to disbelieve anything. Yep.
how long has this house been in Erica's family? Erica, or is she there in front of me? Sorry.
Yes.
How long has this house been in your family?
Oh, my. Good number of generations. I 4 or 5 generations, maybe a bit longer. Hang on, I am just going to check. I think that's about right.
It's certainly quite lovely.
Yes, several, multiple generations. There used to be a medieval castle here. Interestingly,
Really?
yes. And then they built this house on the ruins of the castle when it was destroyed. Indeed, I wouldn't recommend going there. It's not particularly safe at the moment. But indeed, in the basement of the house, there is still part of the castle structure.
Oh, how fabulous! Destroyed by siege? Destroyed by natural disaster?
Partly war and just partly because, well, they reached a point where castles just really weren't suitable for modern living. This area hasn't seen active battle for a little while, unless you count the Snapper revolutions and what have you, but there hasn't been much in the way of really active war here for hundreds of years. So the castle just didn't seem to be necessarily all that worth it.
This would be from the Scanium War back in the 1670s, right?
That's correct, yes. Yes. Yes, the Snaffy, the people that really felt that... anyway. There is this continual argument as to whether Sweden should be a totally independent state, or whether all of Scandinavia should be united as one. I'm sure you shall hear plenty of talk about that during your time here. It is certainly something we very, very actively debate.
Do you remember what the castle was called when it was here?
Well, I mean, I would imagine, I don't know, in all honesty, I would imagine Skogthorpe Castle, but
Okay.
I'm afraid I really don't know.
You mentioned the gardens, but sorry.
No, go.
You mentioned the gardens were quite nice. I might take a turn in the fresh air.
Totally recommended. Our gardener has done a fabulous job over the last year in renovating and bringing it back.
I'm
Wonderful.
fascinated with this story of the castle. I'd love to pop downstairs and have a look.
The castle elements, I couldn't necessarily guarantee your safety, particularly with it getting dark. It will get particularly dark down there, but I will certainly not stop you from having a look in the morning, should you wish. Oh, speaking of which, have you got somewhere to stay?
Not really.
particularly. No.
Well, we have been preparing the guest rooms. We have some other people coming to join us in a few days' time. But certainly, if you want to make use of them for a couple of nights, you're very welcome to stay here.
That
How
will be very
generous.
kind. Thank you.
Oh, we love visitors.
Do you not get very many of them in this part of the world?
Well, should we just say it's very different from living in a city?
I can well imagine. So, oh,
Someone's rolling again.
Anna having a look around the garden. She sees nothing.
Oh, I see you've gone out already, have you?
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. I will come to you in a moment then. Oh, what about everyone else? You're obviously continuing your conversations with the lord and lady of the manor, as it were.
Can we switch this scene, please?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I think the background is occasionally.
Disturbing.
There we go. I do like that one.
My apologies. Yes.
So, Sonerskog is the name of the town, but Sklopdorp was the name of the castle.
Sklopderp.
I think he meant to say Skonnerskog.
Yeah.
But-
But Skonnerskog is the town. What is Sklopdorp?
This is the sound it makes when you dish up ice cream.
I'm fairly certain. I'm
There's
fairly
only one
certain.
name.
It's Skogtorp. Skogtorp is the name of the estate.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Skogtorp.
There we go.
It's pronounced Sklopdorp.
Thank you for educating us, Henry.
Yeah. No worries.
Fabulous. Julian is actually going to go to Friedrich and Erica and say, would it be taxing upon your time if you have preparations to make them? Please don't let me keep you from them. Is it possible that I could have a brief tour of what is available to see? I being in houses like this really takes me back to my childhood.
You lived in a castle.
Not quite a castle, a manor house. Somewhat more modest than this, but still.
In the morning, absolutely. I have a couple of things to attend to this evening, get ready for dinner and what have you. But if you're staying tonight, you feel free to have a look round in the morning.
Understandable. Thank you very much.
But yes, I mean, certainly feel free to look around the main living areas.
Julian will do that.
We are very proud with what we've accomplished in our time here.
No, it looks lovely. All the everything that you've done here, excellent.
Shall I give you an observation roll?
Where are you going?
I'm going. So we've come through the entrance hall, and we're not in the dining
So
room.
you're in a
salon.
basically a drawing room.
I guess I'll go and find if there's a
there's-
library.
There is a library. There is
Yeah, give me the library, mate.
a music room. There is a main larger living room.
If it's a
There
few
is-
hours, surely I have
dining
time
room.
to saunter through them all, or at least some of them.
Yes, you've got a couple of hours. Yeah.
I thought you were slinking.
The slinking was temporary and in the moment.
Okay.
And not
I
really
am now
required because they have
sauntering.
openly invited you.
Exactly. There is no
Uh,
slinking necessary.
At first, I will join Julian in the library looking for details specifically about the castle.
I will just I will let him do that, but I will also just look around the room itself. Observation you want? Or investigation?
So you've gone to the library, yes?
We have.
Okay. Yeah, just give. You could. It depends if you're just observing or if you're fine-tune investigating.
I will do an observation.
Taka would join Anna in the garden.
And
Henrik
find
is-
anything? Nothing anyway.
Henrik is learning. What is Henrik learning?
He's looking
Well,
through the books.
I was looking through the books for castle knowledge.
Well, let's get you to the library first.
Okay.
So, as you walk into the library, there are two people already in there, waiting to meet you. There is another lady and a gentleman in there. Can I have an observation roll from you, please, Henrik, as originally requested?
Oh, this is going to be the priest, and you're going to know him.
No, it's not the priest.
Oh.
Yeah, I already met that guy.
He's already met the guy, and he would know him straight away.
I got a 0 on that one.
Okay. So you go in, and the lady you don't recognize. There's something about the man that seems vaguely familiar, but you can't place him exactly. But there's something about him that is familiar. And they were both chatting, and they sort of stopped and looked at each other. And the lady goes, "Oh,
Andrew, you're muffled."
Am I?
Yeah.
Muffly?
That's
you just
better.
became muffled there.
Okay.
Say again?
Muffly.
A little bit. That's strange.
Oh, hang on. What mic am I on? Oh, that's fine. I'm on the right one.
Yeah, it's muffled.
It is muffled. Is it still muffled?
A little bit, yeah.
Or
Blast it.
can't hear me. Hang on.
But it's muffled. I
Must
can make out what you're saying. It's just annoying.
Right, just a minute. I was, as you can see, I was using. So for people that are watching this that may have noticed that we have been absent for a couple of weeks, my computer decided to commit suicide and go to or try to send itself to the great computer home in the sky.
However, it was also in a suicide pact with the hard drive.
Yes. And I was.
Oh, there you go. That sounds clear.
Let me just do this.
I say only to the house. Order.
Better or not? Better or not?
No.
No what?
It was worse.
Worse.
Yeah.
How,
Even worse.
really?
Sibilance.
Please. How's this? Is this any better?
Nope.
No.
Still
Order.
bad.
Order.
There we go.
There was a brief
Okay.
moment there of clarity.
What is going on?
I love how I've got some notes already
this?
about basically what is absolutely nothing thus far.
How's this?
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Yeah, are we all right?
Yeah, that's better. There you go. Right.
Okay.
Omnipress. My God.
Right, Omnipress.
Okay, I introduced myself to the people.
Yep. Oh, very nice to meet you. My name is Rebecca Salin. I'm a writer. I don't expect you to have heard of me, but I'm here to write. Well, I've been invited here to write a book. I'm writing a book about the Snaffner. So there were so many of them in this region that it just seemed like too good an opportunity to turn down. And this lovely gentleman I've only met since I've been here. He is a traveling journalist. by the name of Klaas Carell, and he reaches out and he shakes your hands. Oh, yes, I travel between Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. It's very interesting. Yes.
And are you two here to write, Mr. Carell?
Oh, I've been invited here as part of the gathering. That oh, hello. We seem to have lost. No,
Things. Just carry on.
that's right. Yes. Yeah, no, I've just been invited as part of the gathering that they're having here in a few days' time. But I just thought I'd get here early and get a feel for the area and what have you. Yeah.
Oh, what's this gathering?
We are like-minded individuals who are very interested in the unification of the North. It's just a gathering of like-minded friends, just to talk about how things were in days of yore and what kind of potential we think there will be for a unity in the North in the future. Yes.
You'll have to forgive me. Would you mind expanding on that a little? I'm an Englishman.
Yes, well, it's a dream of a lot of people to see a united Scandinavia. Of course, we have Sweden and Norway and Denmark. There was an area called Finland, which is currently part of Sweden now. So we already have a little bit of unity here. But we just believe that we are all effectively of the same people. And it seems to make sense, both from an economic, historic position, that we all reunify as a single entity.
It certainly makes sense going forward into our modern world.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I for one see a time where you may even see the whole of Europe join together in some sort of European Union, for all we know.
But I've been fortunate enough to travel throughout Sweden and Denmark and Norway, and while we certainly have some similarities, I think many of the regions still are, well, I'm not going to say different, I'll say nuanced, and they definitely want different things.
Yes, but you find that within any country anyway. Gestures to Julian, your friend here is from England. I have visited England, and if you visit the people in London, they are very, very different from if you go further to the north. They almost like are totally different people, and yet they coexist within the same country. This is not unusual, but we do have the thing that they have, and the thing that we all have is the shared common cultural heritage, which is very important.
Well, we're from Uppsala, so which was, I think, the sort of the center.
Very much so. Yeah, I have written about Uppsala and visited many times. It is a beautiful city. I am, though I say so myself, I am a journalist of some considerable talent, and it is always my wish to show how the Nordic countries and all the university cities are certainly very worth visiting. And I like to skewer the powerful and deceitful with my sharp pen.
and really help enlighten and show the world how the strength of the common person is very important, and how together we can be united for the common good. And we'll switch outside to the garden momentarily.
I was going to say, Julian sidles over to a window if there is one and looks out into the garden to see if he can see.
I want to know. I do want to know what Anna is up to.
Yeah.
So Anna goes for a wander in the garden. Is this what we're?
Yeah. What does the garden look like? Paint us a picture, Andrew.
Tyker's with you, so you know.
Yeah, Tyker's following.
Tyker's going to.
This is where Anna gets merged in the garden. I'm just going to call it.
So, the house isn't quite in the middle of the estate, but it is sort of fairly central, and there's a huge area that wraps the way around. I mean, that you came in through the drive, and there's sort of there were some beautiful gardens that you passed through on your way up, and these kind of wrap around the buildings. There's areas which are like coppice trees, and then there are some formal areas of the garden which have got beautiful flowers in them, and in the fading light you can see under a group of trees down quite some distance away, probably 100 meters, a bit more than that, there is a little coppice of trees with what looks like a gazebo under it, and there are some stables over to one side, and you also see a little cottage over ahead and to the left, obviously a little house for the gardeners. So yeah.
Anna's going to take a moment and breathe in some fresh air for a little bit, and then is going to slowly make her way towards the gardener's hut.
The gardener's hut, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cottage.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find them.
Find the gardeners.
Okay.
What's Tyker up to behind her?
I don't know. Probably just following.
Correct. I'm sure.
Keeping an eye.
Oh.
So
I'm going to take a swig from my flask and carry on.
Okay. So as you walk towards the garden, you see there are a couple of people sort of just slightly off to one side, and one of them is down digging in dirt, and the other one is sort of lifting what looks like a young tree sapling and holding it, prepared to put it in the hole that the other one is creating. So
hello. Anna waves.
And as you wave and get closer, the man who is holding the tree looks in your direction, and you recognize the person that came and presented you with the invitation to dinner.
Oh, it's you again. Hi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Yeah. Working hard.
This is a beautiful garden you've built here.
Oh, thank you very much. We are very pleased that we've been able to come back and restore the place. It's always nice to be able to get on with decent work.
Yeah. Do you get much wildlife issues here?
Wildlife?
Yeah.
Like what sort of things are you talking about?
We saw I don't know, it was someone's pet, or possibly a wolf.
Well, I mean, there are wolves if you go far enough into the trees, but we don't tend to get them here in the estate. Never seen them in the village.
How about a black dog?
Oh, is one of the locals has a little black dog.
No, this
I
wouldn't be a
think it's
little
still
thing.
I think it's still alive. It'd be quite old now though. But no, most of the local dogs are kind of more of a white colour, I suppose. Thank you for rolling observation, Taika. Can you do the same?
Oh, Taika sees more.
Okay. So as you are talking, obviously you're glancing around as you're talking about the garden and talking about the animals, and just the other side of the gardener's hut, you see a bent old lady who looks like she's sneering at you from behind a tree, but she kind of passes. When she sees you looking in her direction, she sort of walks back behind the tree and you lose sight of her.
Does anyone else live around here?
Live around here?
Yeah.
Well, yes. Do you mean?
Sorry, excuse me one moment. Anna's going to follow towards where the old lady went.
Yeah. You see nothing behind the tree.
Hello? We found your dog.
What dog have you found?
A dog.
Hmm.
A dog. And it's going to turn and see Taika and be like, "Oh, hi."
We don't have a dog.
No. Someone has a dog.
I see. He scratched his head, looking very confused. Marta, do you know anyone with a black dog? No, dear. No, not apart from old Anderson. But as you say, his dog is quite elderly, so he certainly would have said something if it had gone missing. Sorry, this is my wife, Martha.
Oh, nice to meet you.
I'm sorry, what was this guy's name? Did we get that one earlier?
There seems to be a voice coming out of the.
Sorry, I was talking out of
nowhere.
character because we met this guy earlier, right?
We did, yeah.
But he didn't give a name.
Okay. Thank you. That's what I wanted.
Nice to meet you, Marta.
And I'm Bertel.
Nice to meet you, Bertel. Lovely garden. And is sort of just eyeing Taika a little warily and sort of keeping her in sight. Nice owners. Nice owners. That's not the word I want. Nice employers here.
Oh, they're great. Yeah, it's. I've worked in this garden since I was a child. My father worked the land here for a while as well. So it's just lovely to be able to come back here, and it's so nice to being back here and being able to.
Has the place changed much here over the years? Anything strange in the neighborhood?
Diddly-dee-dee-dee. Diddly-dee-dee. No, I don't think so.
Well, it's been lovely chatting to you.
And you. Sorry if I wasn't on my best form when I dropped the invitation over.
No,
It's,
that's very kind of you to drop it and for us to be invited to the. She gestures at the house. Yes, lovely.
There is, if you look carefully, if you probably harder now, it's getting dark, but if you come out here in the morning and you go and look around where the trees are, you'll see there's bits of ruins of the old castle that used to be here. It's there's some of the ruins are underneath our house. It's which is quite cool, but
very cool.
Part of the old medieval castle. It's a fascinating place.
Yes, fascinating. What time is it?
It's probably 7 p.m. So it's getting quite dark.
Okay.
At this point.
Thank you. Most kind. And it's going to start like hedging back towards the house, but also doesn't want to start walking in front of Tyker, so it's just sort of doing a weird ass circle around.
If you it sounds like slinking to me. I think we're going back to the
Sorry, but you said what?
If there's anything else you want to know, please feel free to come and ask. My grandmother might be able to help you with stuff, but she's going to be in bed now.
Grandmother? You have a grandmother?
Yes.
But she's in bed?
Well, I would expect so.
You sure she's not wandering between trees?
No, she's really quite elderly.
I thought
she'll be resting at this time of the evening.
I see. Well, we'd love to meet her in the morning. We're a big connoisseur of history and the like. It'd be lovely to chat to her about what life was like when she was young here.
I'm sure she has plenty of stories.
We look forward to hearing them.
Yeah. Well, welcome. Enjoy your evening.
We will do. And then again, gonna sidle past Tyker and keep her in eye line.
Okay. Back in the library.
We were waiting for dinner. Dinner's going to show up at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, after our conversation with Rebecca in class, I did get a 3 on my learning roll to search for a book about specific this castle's history.
Okay. I mean, so you're going to spend. You need a good 2 to 3 hours to properly go through everything. But
can I locate a book that has that information in it? And I won't go and read it. I'll just locate it.
Yeah. You'll find a book that you think might have some information. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll read it. So I'll read it after dinner. That's fine.
Yeah, cool.
Can Julian just sort of hand?
Mm-hmm. So just wander. Okay. As you walk around, you hear the sound of piano being played. Okay. And you open door into what is clearly a music room. And there is a very lovely piano in there and some chairs and not very much else. And there are 2 people. in here. The lady is sat down playing the piano, and the gentleman that is with her is sort of reclining against the side of the piano, looking at her avidly and clearly adoringly, avidly and adoringly, clearly very taken with this lovely lady who is plonking along. And she stops as you walk in. Oh, thank you. I am a little bit out of practice, but it is lovely to be able to stretch my fingers every once in a while. I haven't been able to do that much since we've been here. Oh, you're one of Henrik's friends, are you? Oh. And the gentleman comes away from the piano and holds out his hand for you. Oh, I am Jakob Blom, and this is my wife, Lisa. I went to seminary school with Henrik. Lisa. And wonderful to see that you're obviously joining us for dinner this evening. Yes, indeed. Rebecca and Klaus. Yes, they both arrived yesterday. It's nice to be having some social events back here in the middle of nowhere. Yes, it is. But God calls to us in sometimes the most unknown ways. But we must hope that he has his reasons. They probably will. Yes, I would imagine so. The food will be magnificent. It's always quite excellent here. One of the advantages for having their sort of money, I suppose, is absolutely. The staff here are very attentive. He hasn't really said a great deal. Knowing Henrik, it will be some sort of great mystery investigating the unknown or whatever. That's kind of what he seemed to spend his life doing with the abbot. Bit of a live wire was our Henrik, but a good friend. Yes, very strange. Well, I just didn't imagine him retiring or leaving the church, particularly not so suddenly. I mean, I wasn't that close to him in the last few years, so maybe there's been something that I've not heard about. But it was a surprise to hear that he was leaving the church. Ah, you knew him. The chef at the Abbey in Stockholm was English. Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Yes, of course. And at that point, the dinner gong goes. Gongity, gongity, gong. Dong. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Right.
You were avoiding me. What am I supposed to say? Yes. In big circles. You are forgiven for now. Yes. I mean, I think it was a spur of the moment, but still. You can't blame. Well, that didn't happen yet. There's some bureaucratic complications, I'm afraid. For you?
No, you can't.
But we're not on a ship.
No, you can't. A ship's captain has no right to marry anyone. No, he doesn't. No, it doesn't. No. No. So a ship's captain, particularly in those times, they occasionally used to officiate ceremonies, but they held no legal bearing. They were not legal. And it's something that is often made a lot of in films because it has good cinematic potential. But there's no legal right. Not then. Mm-hmm. Julian's not whatever he is.
Are we hearing the bell yet?
You did.
I'm very hungry, yes. Anyway, I'll tell him to think about Henrik, I suppose, because it might be our only option, as far as I'm concerned. Don't swallow your tongue. You're gonna be fed soon.
Where are you looking this up? Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's dinner. So yeah. In the dinner hall, there is your good selves, obviously, Erica and Friedrich, Klaas and Rebecca, and Jakob and Lisa Blom. And sort of you sit down and bring it into yeah, food is brought in, and Friedrich says, well, welcome everybody. Yeah, lovely to have a nice little gathering of people here. So I don't know if you're all used to the literary salon style of dinners and stuff, but in Wismar and a lot of other European cities, it has become very popular for people to share reflection and talk about things that interest you, just to give people a chance to get to know each other better. So yes, just wonder if anybody has any stories or anything that they like to share, like any erudite reflections, anything that interests you. Maybe. Well, anything in particular?
Well, we are.
Bye, Henrik. No, he just has sort of bummed out, hasn't he? Yes. So you want to know more information about the house, or just about relations, or because I didn't hear everything he said anyway. I'm afraid I don't really know. Why are we no longer streaming? Why have we not been streaming since 7:10?